Many of you may have heard of engineering. I hope so. That's a lot of what this camp is about. Well, when you're looking at engineering and talking about engineering, there's a bunch of general types of engineering: civil engineering, chemical engineering, electrical, mechanical, industrial. There's a whole bunch of different general types of engineering. But today, what we're going to talk about is looking at those general types, but looking at a closer inspection of them to see if there's something kind of outside the box, which is wow engineering. Wow engineering, what is it? Well, it's more outside of the box thinking. All sorts of engineering is outside the box thinking, but with wow engineering, there might be a more diverse career path, something that you could experience new every single day. And these 9 types of engineering here are just some of the wow engineering that we're going to talk about today. How many of you have dreamed of owning your own business? Maybe you want to be an inventor, or maybe that you're just interested in the financial and the money part of engineering, or the money part of your day-to-day lives. That's what business engineering is. Maybe you could be a business engineer where you could combine the analysis and the financial pieces of engineering, and you could look at these engineering projects from a financial standpoint. This could help you to comprehend, and you can help projects comprehend and manage large-scale issues, sort of like starting your own business, or maybe you want to invent something. Those can all be done with business engineering. How many of you have ever been to a theme park? Maybe Frontier City, Safari Joe's even? Maybe Walt Disney World or Walt Disneyland? When you're at those theme parks, they are amazing. The lights, the sound, all the different rides, the layout of the park, all of those facets of theme parks are engineered, and that's Imagineering. Walt Disney actually coined the term Imagineering, which is where you merge science, engineering, and artistic abilities to come together to give you this experience that theme parks can give you. So maybe you're interested in trying to figure out how to make these theme parks more efficient. Maybe you want them to work better. Maybe you want to work on the layout, or you're interested in roller coaster design. All of those things can be done with theme park engineering. How many of you are in band, or you like to listen to music? Maybe you're the singer at the talent show. Well, whoever thought that you could take your music, your love for music, and make it into a career with music engineering? How many of you have ever picked up your parents' iPhone or maybe your iPad and turned on Spotify or Pandora, or maybe played some of their iTunes? Maybe you're just listening to the radio. Well, when you're listening to those songs, have you ever thought about all the different parts that go into a song? There's the instruments, so the guitar, the piano, the drums. Then there's the lyrics. So the person that's singing, they sound fantastic. And then you look at all the different combination, how it all comes together to make a song that doesn't sound too loud with drums and quiet on the words. It sounds perfect. And that is what music engineering can do, where you revolutionize and you tweak and you combine all the different technological aspects that go into making music and making the songs that we love. How many of you play sports? Or how many of you like watching sports? Well, sports engineering might be the thing for you. Have you ever thought about, whenever you go buy tennis shoes, how many different types there are? Who even thought there's hundreds, even thousands to choose from? You could choose tennis shoes for running, or specific for biking, specific for soccer, specific for doing yoga. There's so many different types of tennis shoes. Well, in sports engineering, what they do is they take the materials and they take the different chemistry of these materials, and then they take how lightweight they are and how durable they are, and they combine all of those materials to optimize sports and sporting equipment. Have you ever thought about whenever the swimmers are swimming at the Olympics, they have all these different types of swimsuits that they wear. Well, a sports engineer would be somebody who would make those swimsuits, to design them, to make them more efficient and make those swimmers faster through the water. How many of you have ever seen astronauts on the moon or in a space shuttle traveling into outer space? Have you ever thought about what it takes to put a land rover on Mars and get the footage of what people have seen from the moon or from other planets? Well, space engineering combines mechanical, aeronautical, chemical, electrical, combines all those different types of engineering into one that supports NASA and the space program. When you see those astronauts in space or in their space shuttle, they always have their special suit on. Well, whoever thought about how to actually make that suit? That suit has to be able to withstand different forces, different gravitational pulls. It has to keep the astronauts safe. It has to provide them life support. It has to do so many different things, and that's what a space engineer could do. What about what they eat when they're up there? Well, a chemical engineer or a mechanical engineer, they can turn that into space engineering and figure out what specific materials need to go in to make food that could sustain an astronaut in outer space. So if you're interested in something like that, space engineering could potentially be a career for you. How many of you love animals? So I've seen a statistic recently that said healthcare in America for animals is almost as much as it is for people. People love their pets. We all do. And so if you love pets, maybe animal health engineering is for you. Have you ever been to the zoo? At the zoo, you see all these animals, but they don't look miserable like they're in their cages just all pent up. Well, it's because an animal health engineer has figured out how to make their cage like their natural habitat. So these animals actually, even though they're in a cage, they feel like they're in a natural environment. So it keeps them healthy and it keeps them happy. So if you're interested in maybe like vet medicine, so trying to figure out healthcare for animals, maybe animal health engineering could be something for you. How many of you are interested in saving the environment? I think we all are. Green energy engineering is one of the most up-and-coming types of engineering because every day scientists and engineers and the government officials, everybody's looking for new ways to support the energy that we need here in America. So an electrical engineer will figure out how to take this energy and turn it into electricity, but that person that does to figure out where to get the electrical engineer can get the energy is a green energy engineer. They're trying to figure out renewable energy sources. So maybe like wind energy or biogas energy. There's a lot of different things out there that are going to help reduce our carbon footprint. And also green energy engineering is so new and up and coming. There's a lot of demand for these types of engineers, and there's a lot of good job security for green energy engineers. So if this is something that you're interested in, maybe environmental engineering, taking it another level, green energy engineering might be for you. So if you're passionate about something and you want to make a difference, I guarantee there's a way to do that with engineering. We talked about so many different types of engineering today, and these are just the tip of the iceberg on what you can be if you decide to be an engineer. We need engineering superstars like you, so I hope you plan to be one.